Hi guys, it's me. 12:25 a.m. Working on homework. If you notice, I have my girlfriend over here, or boyfriend, whatever you want to call it. I want to call her a girlfriend because she has boobs. But I want to change the subject because people have. Let me talk about. I've been talking about school quite often, so let's kind of talk about something else. Let me state something else. But you know what? Miss California, in her opinion about marriage, I feel bad for her because you know why? I feel bad for her because the way media has been treating her after she responded on that question. I think personally, I don't agree the way she answered that question. However, I don't also agree how the media has been treating her just because she answered that question, the way she answered that question. Because the question is based solely on her opinion. She answered the question the way she knows how to answer that question. Because that's what her upbringing is. To believe with the traditional meaning of gay marriage. Oh, marriage. Sorry, marriage, which is union and marriage between a man and a woman. But that doesn't make her less of a person just because she has a different opinion about marriage. And also, it's not fair for us to just kind of sit there and just say, "Oh my gosh, she's Miss California. She should be answering that question in a much more liberal, logical way, which represent everybody in California." You know, that's really, really hard, and that's really, really hard for a person to be inflicted upon, because, like I said, she can't speak for the voice of California because everybody in this state has different opinions about it. Doesn't have Not everybody have the same opinion as she has. And also the question was asked based on her perspective. It wasn't based on like what do you think California should what do you think what California's opinion about gay marriage? Wasn't that the question wasn't even been approached that way. It was a completely approached based on a question that was questioning her belief system. And she answered based on the best way she can, and we can't penalize her for that because it's not like she's sitting there and saying, I don't agree you being gay. She just didn't agree the idea of the marriage, and but that doesn't mean her she's anti-gay, just she doesn't believe in that kind of the the meaning of marriage because she was brought up in a very different different. She had a different opinion, and she had a different people surrounding her. And for us to sit there and just say, be judgmental and just say, oh my God, bad person, she's and hammer her against nail her against the cross. It's not fair, because then we come out as very prick or villain. Because what means to say we can't accept criticism. That's sad. Being a person in general or gay person means to say we can't accept criticism because we're sitting there constantly fighting everything. We're just constantly contradicting everything. It's like, this is not us, this is not us, this isn't us. And not even contradicting based on action, we're contradicting you based on verbal actions and being negative about it and being bitchy about it. And it's not really healthy because then we get other people that's already against us finding more reasons to be against us because it means to say we're just creating more reason for us, more reason for them to hate us. Because then, they really don't want to understand us because we're just constantly being said, oh, you know what? They're not tolerant with criticism. Then why? Why do we even deserve this? And you know what? I think, to be honest, we should be much more appreciative of what we have had accomplished. A lot of people say that we fell backwards after not getting the gay marriage thing in California or equal marriage between people. It's not a step backwards. And if you kind of do the research with everything, there is a time when people are not even comfortable or have a place to be comfortable walking around holding hands as a gay couple. We have those places. We don't even have those places. We can do those things in not even certain places. We have places that we can do those. We have media acknowledging our presence in a positive kind of way, or we have people that are representing us in a very positive kind of way. For us to sit there and say kind of like, okay, everything's kind of like, you know, bad because we didn't get the gay marriage and it's, you know, it's a step backwards. We haven't fell backwards, we just stumbled on a rock. We get up and walked forward. Nothing has fell apart. We have to make, you know, and also we have to be much more appreciative of the things that we have accomplished. There's so many things that the gay rights, so many gay rights that we have achieved already. Like I said, there's times where we're not even allowed to do certain things or be a certain person that we can be because we are gay. And but you know what? It's, if you look at it back then and compare it now, there is much more freedom compared to if we were maybe lived back in what, like the 70s, the 60s, the 50s. That would have been a tragic moment if that was there was no I mean, if that was the same situation now, then I can say there's no progression, because then we just stay stagnant. Still on gay rights, it just stayed stagnant. But you know what? There has been progression, and we are not taking advantage of the resources and the progression that we have had for the past year. Instead, we sit here and constantly bicker people out and be negative towards about it, and it's not fair. Because, like I said, it gives more reason to people that don't agree with our opinion and our circumstances, reason for not to really get that opinion across, because they find more reasons for us to get really mad at us and treat us like we're, you know, find more negative things to say about us. So it's kind of like there goes double work. There's more stuff to do. But like I think we should stop a second and acknowledge the things that we have had and be appreciative about it, and set us a good example, not even as just a gay person, but as a human being, that we should live the life to the fullest, and that should not be, I mean, as much as you guys say you don't want to be defined as sexual orientation, then stop it. Stop being defined with your sexual orientation, and should be defined as a human being, and said, you know what, I can live my life as a person. And then should be like, you know, people questioned about it and said, wow, you're a wonderful person. I think the gay community and the lesbian community should be focusing on saying that we should be focusing on having people acknowledge our presence solely based on our personality, solely based on who we are as individual, and not solely based on our orientation. But that doesn't happen unless we sit here and say, you know what, our sexual orientation is sexual orientation. It's not us as a person. We should be fighting rights. We should not be fighting because we're gay people that needs rights. We need equal rights as individual that doesn't get those rights. It shouldn't be a gay thing. It shouldn't be a lesbian thing. It should be people that doesn't get those rights in general. And it's just unfortunate we're gay people. But it's only gonna happen if we set examples and fight it in a peaceful way and allow time to progress. Like I said, there hasn't anything bad that had happened. To my opinion, I think there has been a wonderful progression when it comes to gay civil rights, and I think we should be appreciative about it and stop being bitter about it, and just be happy and be thankful that we even have those things available. If we don't, then maybe, you never know. We might even lose it someday because we're not acknowledging the presence of it. I don't know. I mean, I think that we should count our blessings and be thankful about it, and then fight peacefully and stop being negative towards people.